Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to this YouTube channel. It's your guy Igor here. Today's video, I'll tell you how to immigrate to Canada in 2020. So you might have watched a bunch of my videos already on the internet. You probably watched 5 reasons not to move to Canada. 10 reasons why immigrants leave Canada. But no, you're stubborn and you still want to immigrate to this country, and of course there's 1 million reasons to do so. So today I'll tell you how you can do it. My parents are almost out of the quarantine, self-isolation. They just arrived to Canada just under 2 weeks ago, so they're self-isolating right now. It's going to be over by Wednesday this week, which is in 2 days. And guys, they have an appointment already for their permanent residency. So they are going to do their medicals on Saturday by 2:30 p.m. I'm taking them to do their medicals with the panel of physicians here in Calgary. So it basically means is that they are few months away from getting their permanent residency here in Canada, and that's amazing. Hopefully medicals are not going to be too expensive or too long. So far I found out it's going to cost us $260 per person to do those medicals here in Canada. It's more expensive. $50 for the blood test for both of them, so it's $50 and $50, $100. $260 and $260, well, $520 plus $100, $620, and I have no idea how much X-ray is going to cost. Well, I'm estimating it to be under $1,000 altogether. Hopefully there are not going to be additional tests required. Fingers crossed, guys. Why do people want to move to this country? Why do people want to come to Canada? The first reason is, of course, the level of life is higher. By getting in permanent residence, you have entire market of opportunities of getting a highly paid job. There's good working condition, good educational system for your family, and universal healthcare. So the standard of life in Canada is really high, and of course everyone wants to come here. And of course there are some restrictions. To begin with, you're going to need 2 things. If you're really determined in immigration purposes, you would have to get an educational credential assessment, because you would have to prove your education from back home, even if it's university to college. You would need it to be recognized by Canadian government so that you can prove it to a Canadian equivalency of a Canadian standard of education. Then you're going to need to take a recognized language proficiency test. So basically CLP, or you can take the IELTS test. Guys, basically you have to show that you know English, and if you're watching this channel you probably already do know English, but you'd have to prove it to the Canadian government by taking a test with valid results that are valid for 2 years, and you would need to get educational credential assessments, which can be easily done on World Educational Services, or there's about 4 more organizations other than that does that for you, but the World Educational Services is probably the most popular. There are 3 main programs that are most popular: Foreign Skilled Worker Program, Foreign Skilled Trades Program, and Canadian Experience Class. Now, Canadian Experience Class is more made for people who are already in Canada, who have Canadian experience. Guys, I just stopped next to random houses, so you can see this is approximately like an average Canadian home that people live in. Other than this home, there is also a backyard. That's where people spend lots of their time, relaxing with lots of privacy. Right now it's amazing weather. It gets really cold here in Alberta in winter, but it's still an amazing province. And I live in Calgary, just in case you're wondering where this video is made from. It's not coming from Calgary. Guys, on immigration itself, I went through Foreign Skilled Worker, I believe. I was qualified under both programs in my history. So I was qualified for Canadian Experience Class, CEC, and I was qualified for Foreign Skilled Worker as well. And I got invitation. They just randomly select. If you're qualified for more than one program, you get invitation for one of the 2 programs that you're qualified for, or 3. Express Entry has this comprehensive ranking system, CRS. That's what CRS score comes from. Basically, the Express Entry pool is the most popular way to immigrate, and these 3 programs are there. Of course, there are provincial nominee programs, and I'll talk a little bit about it later in this video, but most of the people go through Express Entry. I always suggest to go and through the calculator and see how much you have, what's your score on Express Entry. Guys, I will also leave all the links in the description of this video so you can go and check your score, so that you can read more about Express Entry and all this system that I'm talking about in this video. Everything will be under this video, but if you want to learn more, then keep on listening, because I'm going to tell you more about this program, so you don't have to waste a lot of time reading it, even though in the end you will actually always have to read more in detail from that website. How does it all work, guys? Well, it works like this. People create their profiles. Every 2 weeks, Canadian government invites people to apply for permanent residency through those programs. Basically, they take an X amount of people every 2 weeks to get an invitation to apply. So you get invited. By creating a profile, you get selected, you get an invitation to apply, and then you have to apply for permanent residency. Some people are saying, well, my score is so low, will I ever get it? Well, the reason is why you might not be getting it right now if your score is low is that there are lots of candidates with higher score than you. The more popular the country is, more people want to get here, the higher score will be there through that program. And that's the only reason why it's staying up like that. If everyone decides in one day, like for a month, nobody's going to go and create their profiles, the score is going to go down, and you have a chance to immigrate too. But you always have to be prepared in case you get selected. A miracle can happen. The score can go really low. You get selected. You need to make sure you have an English proficiency test. You need to make sure you have educational credentials assessment. Because if you don't have that, and you get an invitation to apply, you cannot go ahead and apply because you might not be qualified to do that, and then the invitation is going to be taken away, and there is lots of issues. By the way, guys, if you think you're qualified to immigrate to Canada and you need help creating this profile for Express Entry and helping you out throughout the process for your immigration, I will leave a link to a consultancy here in Canada. They have lawyers, they have consultants, they do consultations. If you want to talk to somebody who is licensed by the government of Canada to help you out with immigration, check that out. Go through that link and check it out. Tell them you came there from my channel. They're going to give you a discount. Otherwise, they don't give any discounts. Okay, guys, let's keep on talking about the way how to immigrate to Canada. Guys, there is also a provincial nominee program. We call it PNP. What it is, basically, every province in Canada has the quota of people they can nominate for immigration from their province to the federal government to get people to come to their provinces. Basically, how it works is that you can apply directly through PNP for the province that you want to apply for with them, or you can be selected for PNP through Express Entry profile. I am not an immigration lawyer. I cannot tell you all the merits on how it works for the Express Entry PNP part, but I can tell you this, guys, that program is there, it's very popular, and it works. You know, guys, I see more and more people making the same mistake of watching this channel, watching my videos, and not doing anything about it. Lots of people do that. They think of creating express entry profile, they don't create it. They think of doing something and then they don't do it. They are waiting for a magical video to come out from one of the YouTubers giving a loophole on how to immigrate, how to get something for free. And a bunch of YouTubers actually use it as a clickbait on their videos. Free, fast, easy, new way, no money, no English, no problem, PR instantly. And then people just click on it, watch it, and then don't know anything, because there's actually a lot of things to be able to qualify for that program. Yes, it's easy if you're qualified for it, but it's not easy if you're not qualified. What happens to people is people don't create express entry profile, because to create it, you should do an LTS. It costs money to do that. It's also, you might be scared. What if your English is not good enough? Well, how are you going to find out if you're good enough if you don't do it? There's an entire industry selling books, making tutoring, making money on getting your English up to the level. Also, organizations are built around immigration, like World Educational Services, that gets you an educational credential assessment. They're also in the business of making money. So you have to spend something before you know something. What I suggest, guys, is don't spend for educational credential assessment. Start by doing your English, so you know what's your test. Go to Express Entry Calculator. I'll leave a link in the description. Check out your score. Approximately, what is your English level? What is your education? If you see that your score is pretty good, then it's good. Get it done. Educational credential assessment and English. If you see your score is not high enough, well, play around with the numbers. This is what immigration lawyers charge you thousands of dollars to tell you. Put 1 year of Canadian education. See what that does to your qualifications. Put 2 years of Canadian education. See how much points you have now. Put 2 years of Canadian education, 1 year of Canadian work experience, and see what that does for you. You might be surprised that all of a sudden you have a lot of points and you could have got your PR like a week ago, which means is that you might want to get that. You might want to get a working visa, get a Canadian experience, work experience to be qualified, or you might want to get some Canadian education. And that is not free, it's really expensive, it's difficult, it's not for everyone. But it might be something that you could achieve. There are scholarships. There are ways to get it done. People from India borrow money from banks in their home country. They put their assets into it, they risk. It's a huge risk to immigrate. It's never easy. It's never easy, it's really hard. But it's possible. I would say 99% of people I know who studied with me in Canada stayed in Canada, and 1% that left, those guys who didn't want to stay in Canada. They were really rich back home. They had no need or desire to stay in Canada for a better life because they had amazing life. Guy from my college from China, he was a really rich guy. Another guy, Vishnu from India, he was a really rich guy in India. 2 guys from Moscow I studied with, they make same money in Moscow that people make in Canada. They didn't want to stay here. But one of them actually got a PR, went back to Moscow. Guys, so it's up to you if you want to make it happen. I just make videos to help you out. So check out the links. If you need some professional to talk to you, go through the Bright Immigration website. Link is in the description. Go through them, tell them you came from my YouTube channel. They're going to give you a discount. They're really good. They'll help you out. Guys, also check out my family channel, Family Vlogs. We just published a new video, and Nito embarrassed me on camera by saying 5 things that she loves about me. You know that a lady from India, it's not exactly in the culture to say this kind of things to your husband, but she did it. I felt shy and she recorded it. Guys, we'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.